hope I have a telescope. I'm not sure if I do. Ha! It's cold.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Okie dokie. I need a better intro over here. Alright, I have been doing some changes. One, I have fiddled around with my sound setup again in order to get a little bit better of a sound to it. Mainly because when I record myself on my GoPro for Airsoft, I sound a lot different than what I do on this microphone. And so I realized I need to change something to make this better. And so I did. And I did. And it sounds a lot better to me. At least to me. And that's all I care about. Because as long as it sounds good to me, it should sound good to everyone else. So in regards to this game...
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
We got the carry-on for the Sebastian questline. You know, the slithering guy who totally will never betray us and probably won't go insane with power at some point trying to cure his sister's illness, I guess. Yeah. Look, he's a nice enough guy, but he has an obsession. An obsession tends to lead to
keeping
insanity.
an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there, Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them, possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's.
Oh, this is going to be awkward, isn't it?
This way.
Very, very awkward. Yeah, I could totally see him and Omnis
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot
pushing the
wandering about
limits
all the time.
with what they want to do
stays out of
to
sight.
help her and cure possibly Omnis's,
Here we are.
eyesight.
My sister should be just inside.
Protego!
Not the one I wanted to do, but okay.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
Well, you didn't have to destroy it.
Everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't
Yeah, that was
mind,
awkward.
I just need a moment alone.
I called it.
Poor Sebastian. Not the
The hell
visit
is-
he'd hoped
What's
for.
going on with you? What's going on with your cloak? Come on. No, seriously, come on. Sort your cloak out. Looks like you want a skirt now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that's a bad glitch. Oh, figure it out.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop.
That's my concern.
He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne. and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
That's my concern, is he's just gonna go too far in trying to cure the illness and go to any lengths to cure it.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by.
Ciao for now.
I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
And see if he sorted out his cloak. Nope, it's still done.
Why would you not listen to me? She's my sister.
Is that going to be stuck like that forever, man?
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened.
Okay.
Loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
Oh, you fixed it!
They should not be underestimated.
Hey, his cloak is fixed. Lovely.
All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at
Robe
that abandoned
cloak.
estate.
Robe cloak. Robe.
They've been
Robe.
digging for something.
Definitely robe. Keep saying cloak, don't know why. Robe is. Cloak is like no armholes, I think?
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
I'm going to find traces of ancient magic, aren't I? Yeah. And then that will send us down a whole road of
How
stuff.
much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? It's an honor to be a part of it.
Right, so we want Descendo.
Dead wizard in my book.
Places!
Leaping Loyalist Commander.
Places!
Fish. I didn't see a Loyalist Commander anywhere. There we are.
You've made your last mistake. Does Hogwarts teach
There it is.
nothing about dueling? Let's get again, I beg you. I can do this for hours. Who do you think you are?
Okay.
You are explodingly inevitable. No! How nice of you to stop. I don't have time for this. Let me down at once. I won't rest until you're dead. Call that spellcasting. No! I will make you pay.
Come on. Jump.
Get away! I won't rest. Farewell forever,
Oh, I'm dead.
human.
That is a fight.
That's embarrassing, isn't it? Get a taste of that. You're really not very good at it. I won't rest until you're... This is sad. You've made your last mistake. You fight about as well as a park. Let's get this over. Why drag this out longer than necessary? Stop it!
Okay, didn't get the.
Human to worry about.
I confess, that was a bit more than I thought.
Yeah, no, that was a big old fight, that was. Whew. That was kind of crazy.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened.
You know, we just straight killed them.
Smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around?
Yeah, sure.
They
Why not?
seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Yeah, but loot though. Loot though, even though I don't have anything to spend money on. Huh. Okay. That actually asks a very interesting question about how paintings work in as well. Yeah.
Revelio.
I'm gonna bet it's got something to do with those statues.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Whose home was this?
Bit abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago.
Ha!
But that's all I ever heard.
A Hogwarts professor.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
A Hogwarts professor. Is either one of the three, or what's her face?
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Why do I feel like I'm going to be able to smash through that in a minute?
Revelio.
Am I going to be able to repair that?
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor. Hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me
The
see if I've
vault
got
at
this straight.
Gringotts.
You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Revelio. Look at this.
Yep.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Why bother? Only one way to find out.
There might be something.
Where are you
here
now?
With a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about.
What?
Tells me they're after something bigger.
Are you invisible? Where have you gone? Oh, that was weird. It is my second week in the camp. More arrive each day. The Muggle doctors and even some of our own healers are doing all they can for them. The grief is palpable. The one who has survived the plague are forever damaged by their loss. A fever may pass, the skin may mend and scar, but the devastating sorrow remains. I saw a man, much like my father, who had lost a child. I couldn't bear it. I longed to give him some shred of relief. I'm beginning to think the others are wrong. I have the power to help these souls. It seems an arbitrary not to help them, as it would be to rid them of their torment.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Confringo! Incendio!
Yep. That's some bad stuff. I travelled here to learn, but I long to help. My internal struggle is overwhelming. It's as if the magic wants to heal, and I'm the one preventing it from doing so. Will I lose hope? Will I forever regret not having done more? I cannot look into their eyes knowing that I could lessen the burden of heartache. I saw the man leaving camp today, the one who so reminded me of my father. Surely it wouldn't hurt to help him. I could further my research, of course, but that would be fortuitous consequence of doing something good with this ability.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
That's going down a bad road. That's going down a real bad road.
Revelio.
I see some loyalists over there.
Incendio.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Very interesting. I'm going to try and talk more because part of the reason I didn't want to talk as much is because I thought it sounded terrible, and it kind of did. And now that I sound a lot better, I'm more confident in speaking. So, I'm going to speak more.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
Okay. That's interesting.
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
Seems as if a lot of stuff is missing.
Let's have a look.
An Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course,
I am
but
on that line as well.
I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Just bloody insane, that is.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Okay.
Do you have any idea how many muggles the Ministry had to obliviate to cover up your actions? You could have been killed! You could have exposed us all! If I lose my job, it will be you to blame!
Okay. But who else was my attention, eh? Natty or astronomy class? Yes. I actually kind of want to do astronomy class. Astronomy. Why does it keep telling me that? I know. Yeah, of course, astronomy class would start at night.
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
Do I have a telescope? I hope I have a telescope. I'm not sure if I do. Ha! It's cold.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.